5?
10, 15, 20.
Very good. Oh, we're experts at times tables. All right. So that's multiples. That's that done. Okay. Common suggests what? Yeah, it's in more than one thing. Yeah, it's common to two things. So what numbers are common in this multiple list? 20. Is that the lowest number they have in common in sort of multiples? Yes. So there you go. That is a lowest common multiple. So we could say the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5 is 20.
4 times 5 is 20.
Yeah. This method this is the listing method. It's quite easy if we have two small numbers, like 4 and 5, to do. It gets a bit tricky when we get large, double, or triple digit numbers. But we look at a way of doing that. So let's just do another question, and then we'll move on to factors. Just do a quick one. If you can do this faster than me, go ahead. Find the LCM of 8 and 20. So, yeah. So my method is, I'll just list the multiples, and then I'll see when I have one in common. So for 8, 16, 24. So I'm writing out the multiples, 40, 48. When do I stop? I could go on forever, yeah. I do a few in each list, and then I see if they have anything in common. So 20, 20, 40, and I definitely stop the second list once I hit one. Because it's not going to they'll only get ones that are greater. So the lowest common multiple of 8 and 20 from this list is 40. Yes?
Do some numbers have no common multiple?
No, all numbers have a common multiple. Why? Because you just multiply them by each other, and then they're factors of each other. Does that make sense? Just think of any, I know this is not highest common factor, but 17 and maybe 11, you're going, oh, that won't have a common multiple, but as soon as you multiply 17 times 11, you have a common multiple for both. So it's a good question. This is useful. What part of maths would you have used this in last year? Lowest common multiple? Not in multiples and factors and fractions. Yeah, what's it useful for in fractions? Close. Yeah, if you had two, so you often see what's 1/4 plus 2/5, and you go, well, I need a common denominator, which is a common multiple. Yeah. So the common multiple here is, because they can both be split up into 20ths of the shape. So that's what we'll use. We'll use that in the next unit. Okay, so that's lowest common multiple. This is the listing method. The second one we're looking at is highest common factor. We'll also look at the listing method for this. So same thing. We start off with factors. So we get two numbers. Let's look at two numbers. Let's look at 16 and let's do 40. 16 and 40. I am going to just list the factors. All the factors I can think of in 16. You can do this in pairs if you want. 1 times 16, 2 times 8. So my factors is 16. I'm going to go 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. If I missed any, is 6 a factor of 16? No. Okay. 40. Who thinks they can do them all in order? All right. Yeah. Go. Factors. No. Your multiples are easy. Okay, go.
1, 2.
Yeah.
4, 5, 10.
Lanny, you want to take over? 8. 10. 12? So remember, they occur in pairs. So 5 times 8, 4 times 10, 2 times 20, and 1 times 40. You want to do it that way. They'll occur in pairs. So once you go a certain distance, you're going to be just going with the opposite side of the pair. 5 times 8, 4 times 10, 2 times 20, 1 times 40. So I was doing it in factor pairs. It's easier. All right, yes. Why do we not care about the lowest common factor? I know, but why in general is it's the same every time. What is it? It's always 1, yeah. So you're never going to be asked for the lowest common factor because it's just going to be 1. Every list will contain 1. That's not very exciting. So the highest common factor is 8, yes. So you can see it here in the list, 8 and 8. So the HCF of what was it, 16 and 40 is 8. So make sure you're taking down some examples as we're going here. I'm going to do one more question. So the highest common factor of 15 and 75. Here's my last question. I'm going to do the listing method again. Maybe you might have an idea what it is already, but we'll just make sure. 15, that's not too bad. 1, 3, 5, and 15 are all of our... Remember, I have at least one example in your notes. So this one or this one I do. You can put both in if you'd like, but I want to see at least one so you can look back at this method, the listing method. 75 has a few factors. 1, is 3 a factor of 75? How do you know? Okay. You can add the digits if you ever want to see if a factor is 3. 7 plus 5 is 12. And if it is divisible, 12 divisible by 3, then the number itself is divisible by 3. Anyway, 6 is not, 5 is. The next one is 15. 3 times 25 and 75 are factors. Okay, so quite a few in common here. We only care about the biggest one, 15. So the HCF of 15 and 75